Hello, this is Alex with Collectibles. I'm a bit under the weather, but we're going to continue on with our commanders with the least commander decks on EDHREC, and today it is blue with the partner pairing of Brinelin and Siani. Brinelin is a 6/8 legendary creature Kraken for 6 generic and 2 blue with a fallen ability. When it enters, and when you cast a spell with mana value 6 or greater, you may return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. It also has partner, which we are pairing with Siani, Eye of the Storm, a 3/2 legendary creature Djinn Monk for 3 generic and a blue with fallen abilities. Flying, and whenever Siani attacks, you scry X, where X is the number of attacking creatures with flying. It also has the partner ability, partnering with Brinelin. They helm this deck I like to call Big Spells. The main focus of the deck is Brinelin's ability, with Siani helping us to get to the end game. Big Spells is the name of the game with this deck, and ways to trigger Brinelin without paying all that mana. The ramp in the deck is with artifacts like Soul Ring and Bender's Waterskin, as well as Astral Cornucopia, which can trigger Brinelin if we pay 6 into it. Oh, and we do have Omniscience in the deck, or is it pronounced Omniscience, so that all our spells are free from our hand. Card advantage, we have Folio Fancies, which also gives us no maximum hand size, and also a way to mill our opponents. Market Back Walker, another X cost spells to help trigger Brinelin. Spotter Thopter, that can be cast earlier for cheaper if needed, and Gadwick, who will give us the initial card draw, and then tap our opponent's non-land permanents for casting blue spells, which we will be doing a lot. Speaking of tapping our opponent's non-land permanents, the disruption that we have includes stealing our opponent's permanents with Blue Sun's Twilight, that can also trigger Brinelin, Curse of Swine to remove pesky indestructibles, and Entrancing Melody, which if you pay 0 into it, you get all creature tokens on the field. We built the deck with a lot of expensive creatures and spells. Tolarian Terror gets cheaper for the instant and sorcery cards in our graveyard, as does Cryptic Serpent and Sailor's Bane. Serpent of the Past costs less for each non-creature non-land card in your graveyard, and Spire Golem has affinity for islands, and we have a lot of them. Distortion Wake, Mass Manipulation, as well as Gridlock are all removal that can scale up with the game, triggering Brinelin as well. We also have ways to blink Brinelin, triggering its ability again. Thassa Deep Dwelling does it once at our end step, and can also tap our opponent's creatures. Dead-Eye Navigator gives Brinelin the ability to flicker itself, displace, and hide on the ceiling are other spells that blink. Most are instants, which allow us to bounce a non-land permanent to our opponent's hand at instant speed if we blink Brinelin. We haven't forgotten about Siani. We do have Archetype of Imagination to give all our creatures flying, and Dragon Wing. And since we have a lot of expensive creatures, it will beat back more than once. The way to win with this deck is to bounce as many things from our opponent's boards as we can, using Brinelin's ability to clear our path so that we can swing in with the big creatures and slowly whittle them down to 0 life. Ghostly Flicker and Narumeha will give us infinite blinks, triggering infinite enter abilities. With our commander blinked infinitely, we can clear the board so we can swing in. Oh, and if that's not enough, by having Ruined Crab on the field, you cast Ghostly Flicker, blinking a land and any other permanent, you flash in Narumeha, copying Ghostly Flicker, and using that copy to blink Narumeha and another land. Give you infinite copies of Ghostly Flicker and infinite ETBs from those lands, milling our opponents, and giving you infinite mana. Using all that mana to cast any of our X-cost spells like Endless One or Stonecoil Serpent. That is a deck I like to call Big Spells. Cast expensive spells to clear out our opponent's board so we can send our giant creature army their way. How would you build this deck? Would you go the flying route and focus more on Sphinx creatures triggering Siani? Let me know in the comments below. Now there is one deck for this commander pairing on EDHREC. Our next video will be the mono black commander combination with the least amount of decks, Safana Cultist of the Absolute or Sivris Agent of the Shadow Thieves. Which one would you like to see? Check out the description for a link to our other Commander Spotlight videos, as well as product overview and openings. Best of luck with your pulls, best of luck with your games, and have a good one.